stars. Back in March 2018, the BBC World News told us Meghan Markle, the wellness guru she could have been. There is a common misconception that most little girls dream about one day becoming a princess, with a prince who can sweep in to save the day and lead her into a life of luxury. For most of us, this is a mere fantasy. I'm thinking about you, Meghan McCain. But occasionally, for a precious few, the fairy tales of our childhoods and our dreams can become reality. American actress Meghan Markle is one of these lucky individuals. Yet, while she may now be the envy of many, Meghan hasn't spent her life waiting for a prince to appear. In addition to being an established actress, best known for her work on the popular TV drama Suits, Meghan set up and ran her own lifestyle blog called The Tig for almost 3 years. The Tig was closed in April 2017 and all its articles were taken offline. Meghan's social media accounts were wiped in January, 2 months after her engagement to Prince Harry was announced. Had she not met Prince Harry, it is likely that Meghan could have gone on to develop her brand further into a much bigger business opportunity, the same way Hollywood A-lister Gwyneth Paltrow did with her hugely successful lifestyle platform Goop. Is it still hugely successful? I hear mixed things. Inspired lifestyle. On the Tig, Meg shared beauty, diet, and fashion tips, recipes, travel advice, and words of wisdom about love and life, all the essentials you might need to live an inspired lifestyle. Meghan wrote many of the blog posts herself, and she reinforced the messages from the Tig on social media with companion posts on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Before her accounts were deactivated in January, she had 3 million Instagram followers, 800,000 Facebook likes, and 350,000 Twitter followers. Are we seeing why certain entities might have such an obsession with clicks and views? Because this is the arena where Meghan was succeeding even before she came into any real association with the royal family. The others, the lazy, the left behinds, the Doolittles, apparently are spending a lot of time and a lot of pence on bot farms in Pakistan and Russia to try to get just a little smidgen of that online shine. Is it working? Not from the ratings from the Christmas Carol special, I'll tell you that. Is that what the year of manufacturing crisis and concern were all about? I have to say, now that I see a certain person walking around in outfits, maybe with a new scar on her face, but just fine, I feel a little played. But maybe it achieved those ends. You're the most searched person and the person of the year based on manufactured interest. Is it star power or is it sad fishing? You be the judge, stars. Meghan also had partnered with Canadian high street fashion retailer Reitmans to release 2 fashion collections in 2015 and 2016. If anybody has their hands on it, make that content. We need to see it. Is it good? Is it business attire like on Suits, or is it, I don't know, Reitmans? I've never heard of that store, but if you know, please share. Apart from discussing issues dear to her heart, such as feminism, humanitarian causes, and the personal struggles she'd overcome in her life, Meghan would share quotes from inspirational books she had read. "You were always enough" was a key Meghan mantra based on advice once given to her by a casting director during an audition. Her blog made mention of Elizabeth Gilbert's best-selling memoir, Eat, Pray, Love, and neurosurgeon Paul Kalanithe's posthumously published autobiography, When Breath Becomes Air. She also cited the works of Deepak Chopra, an alternative medicine guru and leading public speaker in the New Age movement. She was trying to show people you could live your best life no matter what your circumstances were. and she was sharing tips and tricks she had learned from meeting people, says Amanda Deshaw, editorial director of Vancouver-based lifestyle fashion publisher Effervescence Media. She brought in a range of experts to give advice on the TIG, from makeup artists and dietitians to fitness instructors, yoga instructors, and travel experts. Effervescence Media runs 2 popular online blogs relating to the royals. What Would Kate Do?, which blogs about Catherine, the Duchess of Cambridge, and Meghan's Mirror, which is focused on news about Meghan, as well as reviving old archived lifestyle and wellness articles from the TIG. Wow, have you ever seen any one of these blogs? The lifestyle publisher said that web traffic to Meghan's Mirror has gone up 100-fold since Meghan shut down the TIG, with unprecedented traffic on 27 November 2017, the day her engagement to Prince Harry was announced. She was definitely making money off the affiliate marketing on the website. For example, she would have her friend Jessica Mulroney come on to talk about current fashion trends, and then the site would recommend certain pieces of clothing with links to where you could buy the items, says Ms. Deshaw. At one point, there would have been at least 4 or 5 people working on the site, but you could definitely tell when she was writing herself. Growing movement. Both Meghan and Gwyneth's lifestyle brands have something in common. They are part of a rising online wellness movement whose devotees say is devoted to positivity, spirituality, and improving one's lot in life by starting within. Wellness is a rising part of the growing online content marketing industry, where the opinions and philosophies of influencers on social media now carry more weight than conventional wisdom. According to research firm Technavio, the global content marketing industry will be worth $412 billion, that's £297 billion, by 2021. UK-based digital content marketing agency Zazzle Media was one of the pioneers of the industry when it started in 2009. The firm has a database of 10,000 influencers that it regularly connects with big brands who want to reach specific audiences. About 20% of its influencers now focus on wellness topics, thanks to a rise in requests from clients. Wellness is one of, if not the fastest growing space at the moment, in terms of influencer environment and business opportunities, says Zazzle Media's founder and managing director, Simon Pinson. Instagram really does help people embrace that way of living because you're sharing a visual imagery. A picture tells 1,000 words. Socially engaged females between 20 to 35, socially switched on and professional office worker males interested in fitness between 25 and 40, middle-aged women 45 and above. The whole spirituality piece has been made socially acceptable and positive by celebrities talking openly about it. When millennials see people they look up to talking about spirituality and veganism, it becomes more acceptable, and they start looking into it and how it can benefit their lives. Evolving marketing, a lack of trust in big business, and established wisdom is a key reason for the industry's popularity, says Influence & Co., a major content marketing firm in the U.S. There is a rise in demand for content from people you can trust, says the firm's founder, John Hall. His company, which has seen its business grow 15-fold in the last 3 years, says the change in social consciousness is affecting how brands advertise and market their products. The trend is moving from super promotional to being more educational, with the focus being on how you can help the audience rather than always selling to them. Mr. Hall and Mr. Benson both feel that it is possible to become a hugely popular influencer by building your brand from scratch, but celebrities can become successful much faster as they have already had a head start. Meghan appeal. Gwyneth Paltrow's brand Goop has long courted controversy with its unconventional views on health and lifestyle, but it still commands millions of readers every month and boasts offices in the US and the UK, as well as a magazine published by Condé Nast. The TIG had a more measured approach, and its audience was primarily made up of Meghan Markle fans who discovered her through Suits. According to Effervescence Media, the readership for What Would Kate Do is primarily made up of older women, many of them based in the U.S., who are traditional royalists. Isn't that something? Living in the U.S. with all the benefits of our electoral democracy, but yearning for the fantasy of being a kept woman, a controlled woman, a trapped woman, possibly even a woman in danger, like those British royal family women, especially the ones who married in. Look at Princess Michael with her 2 broken wrists. Look at Princess Royal Anne in the hospital for a week, some kind of on the noggin. There's been a few other accidents and black eyes and spun stories that just don't add up. But yet people over here in the States want to fantasize that something over there is admirable, aspirational, and better. Mm, mm, mm. In contrast, the readership for Meghan's Mirror includes both royalists and millennials, including a large group of young African American women who now feel represented in the royal family, says Ms. DeShaw. With its encouraging, inclusive approach to life that focused on good food, forming healthy emotional bonds, fitness, and self-love, observers of the TIG feel that Meghan could have done a lot more with her brand because fans identified with her and saw her as a real, everyday person. We've seen so many comments from our readers about how she came from a humble beginning. She was an actress. She did humanitarian work. And now she's living out a fairy tale, says Mr. Shaw. Our readers are saying that if she could sort her life out, then I can do that too. Mr. Shaw thinks that Meghan could have continued to expand her brand by launching fashion collections in the U.S., as well as moving further into wellness with yoga apparel, fitness DVDs, a cookbook, or even a talk show. Anytime you can show either vulnerability or authenticity or being genuine, people can connect and relate to that. And that makes them want to read and engage with your content, explains Mr. Hall. Meghan's fans have been very upset since the TIG and her social media accounts were closed down, with some likening the loss of Meghan's voice to the death of a friend. It was a daily confidence booster seeing her posts come up on Instagram because she was constantly giving you all these positive affirmations, says Sabrina Anderson, the founder of UK-based fan community website Meghan Maven. In January, Ms. Anderson set up an online competition asking for Meghan's social media accounts to be reactivated. It was about having that connection to her that was suddenly cut off. There's a lot more to her than her being a good actress, she says. She just has a personality that makes you feel good. Even though you don't know her on a personal level, you kind of feel like you do know her. Well, that is interesting. That's a little snapshot taking us back in time to March 2018. I don't guess the hate train in the toxic British media had quite started, but clearly Meghan was one of the OG content creators and influencers before it was a thing with her blog, The TIG. Meghan now has a new show premiering in about a week on Netflix called With Love. Meghan is not the fad or trad housewife the Royal Rhoda is trying to misportray her as. Meghan has always done lifestyle content. You could see Meghan's influence on her and Harry's Sussex Royal Instagram. Their Instagram definitely influenced the other royals' social media pages, clearly. The evidence is there. Go look at Charles and Camilla, William and Kate's Instagram before Meghan, right? They want to, as with all trend-setting, stylish, fashionable black women, people want to look, they want to take, they want to emulate and borrow, and then throw salt, shade, and an absolute physical and mental health danger on our girl. And it's just so obvious and so embarrassing and so clumsy. You know, we're crossing her fingers that Meghan's new show, Harry's recent show, all of their endeavors, their businesses, American Riviera Orchard, that they achieve the promise that seems to be there. But let me know what you think, stars.